So today I'll be showing you the best way to write a paper, any written work for academics, school, work, anything utilizing AI, and in this case, ChatGPT. So to begin, you're going to want to do it in a manner that isn't going to trigger any alarms in terms of plagiarism or overly AI use. You don't want your paper to be written completely by AI, but you can utilize AI in a responsible and ethical way to help you write your paper. So what I do typically is if I was to write a paper, let's say, I wouldn't be utilizing ChatGPT in the typical sense. I wouldn't be going to do chat. I wouldn't be using a typical chat. I wouldn't even be using a custom GPT. What I would utilize is projects mode. I would go to projects mode and I would go ahead and click new project. And now we can actually tell them what we're working on. So we are definitely working on writing, and we'd want to go and toggle this up here. Up here we can go and toggle this, and it says memory, right? So you're going to want to toggle to project only. By doing this, it can only access its own memories, and its memories are hidden from outside chat. So basically everything that you input into here, whether it's a grading rubric, whether it's the paper outline of whatever it is you're doing, and all the stuff that you tell it to remember or that you discuss in there stays confined to this project mode, as opposed to interfering with other chats or taking information from other chats that we don't need. So everything stays completely organized and clean in projects mode by utilizing this feature right here, project only memory. Then you go ahead and click create project, and now we are in the area we'd want to be working. So next, what I'd recommend doing in your case, if you are working on a paper, let's say for university or it could even be high school, it doesn't make a difference. You probably have some sort of document that aligns with either the outline and what's required, as well as some sort of potential grading rubric or anything that can give ChatGPT some information on what it is you're doing. So you're going to want to go here and upload those files to it. But before you do this, what I'd recommend doing is actually going to new chat and then telling ChatGPT that you need a prompt for what it is that you're doing. So what I did, and you can obviously do it to align with what it is you're doing, was I said I need the perfect prompt to feed into projects mode so it can ethically help me write my university paper on anxiety disorders. It must help me construct and edit my paper and make sure it's plagiarism free. Obviously this is just an example, but it gives you the perfect prompt that aligns with whatever it is you're doing, and it gives you the plagiarism free guidelines, guardrails, and output format where it'll be helping you build your paper and create your paper without it being strictly done by AI. So you go ahead and copy the code, and now we're going to go back to our writing project mode. Now, at this point, you'll want to paste and then prompt ChatGPT as so. We're going to wait for it to do its thing. It's going to start asking us questions so that we can give it an idea of what it is we're doing, right? Which is the best thing that you can ask for when in projects mode or writing a paper, because you want it to understand what it is specifically you're working on, and it can give you the best possible feedback. Now, at this point, can we do it here? You're going to want to, where is it? We're going to upload our documents of whatever it is that we have, as I said earlier. This is where you would be inputting either the paper outline, the directions that were given from your professor or teacher, as well as any grading rubric. You just go here, you click add files, and upload those so it has something to work with. In my case, I'm not working on an actual paper, so I won't be uploading anything. So next, all you'd have to do is follow through with answering these questions. So paste the assignment prompt, so you would actually do that through inputting what's the required word, and just give all the guidelines necessary. Then you can start working on the thesis and utilize the core claims, and it can help you just build it perfectly. So you can, for starters, what I would do is just basically say, help me build an outline, and we will work, say, chapter by chapter. And this way, you can work step by step with ChatGPT. It'll be asking you questions just like this, and you'll be writing your paper alongside it while re-inputting it and having it take a look, check the plagiarism, and check all the details. So that's about it, really. At this point, you can simply just go ahead and start writing your paper, utilize ChatGPT for the extra guidelines and the outline that it's providing to you, and if you don't like certain things, just work with it in a back and forth manner, almost like a tutor. And once again, let's say you're writing your paper, I'd recommend just simply uploading the work that you've already done, have it take a look, see what it says about it, start writing again, give it back, and go back and forth. This way you're utilizing ChatGPT to the best of its ability while staying ethical and avoiding plagiarism by having it double check, and you can always throw it into a plagiarism checker after again just to be 100% sure. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.